Well. Damn. So it seems like not only is Ronnie not good at family communications, but he's also horrible at love making. Okay. Now, before I even get to all of that shit, so I mean, this episode was great. Episode 7 was interesting because now that we seeing how Rock is moving back into the drug business. And the one thing about Rock, everybody gotta always pay attention to and keep aware of is that Rock's a shark. She's gonna gather up all the information that she can because despite, she's with Quan and, Quan put her on to, Unique's old territories, but then, she was able to talk to, I guess, like the manager there. And since he said he owns, like, I guess, like 20 other spots, so now they're gonna be working together. Well, she has to give him a cut for everything. So now she's, building up her business, and he said, I give you like 2 months to build up your business, and then if not, things isn't gonna work out. So it's like, okay, so Rock is gonna be, back into the game and back into like doing things, I guess, differently now compared to what she was doing before. But the thing is about her, like I said, she's a shark, so she's gonna learn up everything that she can because you don't see Rock being the one working for anybody for too long. Like she's a boss, she's a boss, so she's gonna eventually learn everything and then be like, nah, I'm in control. I don't want to work for anybody. Now I'm in control. So that's what I can see that strongly happening because that's her character. She learns everything because remember with in the last season with Cartier Farid, it was like she learned how to like move her money, right? But it was just like she didn't want him. She just wanted to like learn how he did things, and that's exactly what she's gonna do here. She's gonna learn how to do things differently, and then be like, now I'm in control. So there's that. And I'm telling you, like Marvin is starting to become Unk. He's starting to become like Jerome from Snowfall a little bit. Like he's that guy where he just came in there because you see how Gerald was like on the drugs. And we got more information on him where it was like his ex-wife got him turned on to the whole drugs and left him at the end. And then he had his kids out there, so he like, nah, man, like you can't be doing this. Like I'm trying to help you. So we can kind of see where Gerald's downfall is gonna be. We're gonna strongly see where that's gonna like turn out to, because he's hooked on this stuff and he can't kick it. But we seen how Marvin trying to help him kick this stuff because this is hard. That drug stuff is hard. It's kind of crazy too because it's like a lesson from when Franklin was in the car with, I forgot his doggone name, because he was that cop and he was telling him, he was just like, yeah, it's the same poison. I'm trying to get off the streets, but you serving it back to the people. Now, even though it's nothing that what Marvin is doing at the moment, but it's just that it's kind of like the same principle. It's like you sell this stuff to the same people that buy it, and then they inject that same stuff into their system. So it's like you're the root of the problem. You're the cause of it. So I like that little tidbit. I kind of do. But then you seen how Scrap's mom went to the police, and that's when Detective Howard had to like intervene and intercept that and be like, oh. And then he had to talk to her and be like, well, you know how things are of you. But see, now it kind of made it like a little bit of a breadcrumb for Detective Howard, because it was like he talked to Scrap's mom to try to get things settled, and then she's the one that's getting killed. So, and Scrap's mom already had a guy in the police department that she can talk to, but then it's gonna be like adding things up, and Tanner's already like, no, I gotta keep things close to the vest. And we don't even know if Tanner's actually investigating or looking into maybe Detective Howard, because it's things isn't adding up, and they're gonna pick this up and be like, okay, anytime stuff goes to you, something goes wrong. What's going on here? All it's going to take is just some little investigation, and then be like, okay, to tie in everything. Be like, oh, so you've been doing stuff that maybe you're the reason why things wasn't getting done around here. So despite, him, I guess, getting like a new promotion, but again, they got to do background checks. They got to do some investigation, and he's trying to like get everything covered and settled, so that way he can leave. But see, he messed up when he approached Rock about the whole, Lulu being drunk and telling Scrap's mom about certain things. And that's when she was like, okay, I'll handle scrap. Is there anything else? And he said no. So he kind of already messed up there, because technically Tanner's already looking at Marvin. He's already looking at him like, well, maybe we could, pull something there, and then maybe it can probably potentially lead to Rock. So it's like I don't know. Like the way he didn't tell her everything when he should have told her things, to have her be prepared or whatever. Because if something happens last minute, it's gonna catch her off guard. So I don't know. I don't know what he's doing. It's not right. It's not right. I don't know what he's doing. And then, man, Ronnie again. This motherfucker. You see how he had the guys? He kicked open Paul's room and was like, all right, Kanan told me things. I was like, this dude. He already got his men. He already got the men. And then Kanan was just like, yeah, man. He was talking. And then he had that conversation with Famous, and Famous was like, yeah, my mom misses me. Yeah, mom don't miss me. You think I'm shook? Like the way he's just talking and shit, it's just funny to me. But he's back with his mom now. But he has the same gun that he killed Freddy with. And I mean, as Lulu said, later on about it, was just like when he was rapping and he made that, that rap, and it was like, it's true. So I was like, oh, okay. So I guess Lulu picked up on. He picked up on, I guess, Famous did kill somebody, but he just don't know who. And we seen when Famous was with his mom, and that's when he was just like, yeah, I messed up. I mean, he still messed up anyway, because he has the gun that he killed Freddy with. So all it's going to take is either her finding the gun or anything, and be like, where'd you get this gun from? Something ain't right here. And as we see, Ronnie was just like, staring at Famous hard. He is just, oh my Lord. And then, like I said, with the whole Juliana situation, you see, I was joking. I was joking, sort of. I was sort of joking about that. And next thing you know, he telling Vanessa, yo, you gotta leave. She says, my house, Ronnie. Unique gonna come back soon. Leave now. I was like, this motherfucker. And then he gonna show up to him like, nah, we family. Yeah, we family. So I'm here to protect you. Because those guys that got Nick, they could be out there. I'm looking for you. And she like, I gotta go inside. Nah, come on now. Hey, come on now. She looking at him sideways, like, come on now. And oh man, it's just so fucking funny, because Juliana like, nah, you need to make me feel good. I was kind of sort of joking about that. So I'm like, what you telling me? Next season? Not next season, sorry. Next episode? Ronnie gonna finally get himself some of that juicy sweet? Like, okay, but oh man, but now and then we got the whole, Jukebox and Kanan. Kanan was already, first he was talking with Aisha, but Aisha wasn't the type. She wasn't that fast type, but he was messing up. And then he talking to Crystal, which got Jukebox pissed off about it, because Jukebox likes Aisha, and they kind of had a little squabble there, and she was just like, nah, you changing, and then that's when Ronnie like, I could talk to her. He like, nah, son, no, you ain't gonna talk to anybody. So I'm like, yeah, Ronnie, because he kills her later. So it's like, what was the point of that? But and then you see when Jukebox was talking to Rock about it, she was just like, yeah, he was like, snaps and pop, like, oh, with those people, and like, yeah, he changing. So I'm like, well, I mean, it's kind of her fault that he is changing. He's like this, but I mean, overall, this episode was alright. It was pretty light. Like I said, some interesting developments where, and lastly, where Shannon's dad, he came in to like get some of her stuff, and you see Nadine and them like talking. I was wondering, I was thinking, like, if that was gonna still happen. I hope they just doesn't like drop it to the side, because I mean, there's still some stuff to look into with Detective Howard, because I mean, as Rock said, she could just destroy his whole world if she wanted to, and since he's not telling the whole story, which he should have, is also gonna make things look bad for her. Because I mean, what if they would have actually did a whole spin to be like, well, technically, if she would have came out in the open, I would see that that would probably be like her trump card if she had to come out with the whole, well, technically he had his way with me when I was a certain age and we had a son together, or she could just keep that part out. Well, who knows? No. I would say that. Like, she could probably just say, like, maybe keep the the Kanan part out of it, but just say, like, yeah, he had his way with me, and be like, he did what? Yeah, he did that shit. Shit, I mean, the way he's not telling certain things, I mean, she could spin a narrative though. She could do that, and the evidence is sort of there, and But then again, I think that Kanan part would probably come out because Shannon was investigating that as well. So, yeah, I don't know. Detective Howard kind of fucked himself because the way he did that shit, he kind of fucked himself. And again, like I said, Nadina and Shannon's dad, all it's gonna take is for Shannon's dad to like realize and get that cop mentality back to be like, well, I don't think my daughter killed herself. Maybe Howard has something to do with it. So again, that's still gonna be there. That's still gonna be there. But overall, like I said, it was pretty light. It was pretty chill. And at the ending, where Lulu had to kill Scrap's mom. I was kind of thinking. I was like, when he did that, was he like, did he actually do it? Like, was he like too drunk? Maybe he was just shooting off somewhere. He didn't really do it. But no, because he saw Scrap's ghost and he was just like, all drunk and fucked up about it. But I'm like, well, technically, that's the problem. Like, you drinking and it's messing with your mind. But as he was telling Marvin in the car, he was just like, nah, this drinking is something else. But it's just like, no, it's the hurt, it's the guilt, it's the pain that he's dealing with. But again, it's just like, now you killed Scrap's mom and then you got Scrap killed. Well, you could have saved Scrap, but he didn't. So it's just, all of this is like, causing him mental pain and grief. And I'm just kind of curious, like, what's gonna happen to him, because again, like, there's somebody holding a gun on him. So we don't even, now I'm curious if it's actually a hallucination this time, or is it somebody else that's actually holding the gun onto Lulu. Like I said, I'm still like leaning on to maybe Rock is the one holding the gun on him, but I don't know. It could be a hallucination. It could be Rock, or it could be somebody else that's holding the gun onto him, because you can see the boy, like, he's breaking down. He's breaking down while Marvin is being unk around here. He's taking charge. That's why I like it. He's taking charge. But yep. But fucking Ronnie. Like, comment, subscribe, and share, and I catch you all in the next one.